Attorney General Jeff Sessions orders a sweeping review of federal oversight of local law enforcement put in place by the Obama administration. Dan Patrick joins us now. He is the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Texas. Mr. Lieutenant Governor, welcome to the program. Good to see you again.
Always good to be with you, Stuart.
Now, we just reported the facts of the case here. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says, I'm going to review all of those reviews of local police behavior. Spell this out in normal terms so we can all understand exactly what's going on here, please.
Well, in the broad view, Stuart, President Obama wanted to control everything down at the lowest level. You remember he wanted to be sure that boys and girls showered together in every school. That's how he drilled down into the granular details of everything about life. With law enforcement, he wanted to take over every police department. He wanted to put in Obama's rules. He's done that on health care. He's done that on education. So the difference between that administration and this administration is President Trump understands the 10th Amendment. He understands states' rights. He understands that the federal government does not know better in Washington how to run a police department or a schoolhouse or a hospital in any state or any city or any county in the country.
Sir, is there some belief on the ground here, under the surface, that those investigations of local police departments were skewed towards one side of the argument? That's underlying this whole thing, isn't it?
Sure, it would appear that way, Stuart. Look at Ferguson, where they ordered the total overhaul of that police department, yet they found no fault with that original shooting. There was no hands up, don't shoot. There was no police action there, but yet the Justice Department that cleared. You know, look, if you look back at all these cases last year where we had police officers killed or other people killed, time after time, whether it was Baltimore, Ferguson, wherever it was, the police were cleared when they got to court or by the Justice Department. But yet the Obama administration wanted to take over those police departments. And we want the federal government, surely in Texas, and I think every lieutenant governor in the country and every governor feels the same. Get out of our business. This is our business. We will take care of those who cross the line in whatever area of government that we oversee. But we want the control. We want our money in block grants for Medicaid. We want our money in block grants for transportation, education, and stay out of law enforcement. We'll handle it just fine.
I need something else spelled out. The governor, Greg Abbott, he's going to sign legislation that would imprison sheriffs who do not cooperate with federal immigration laws. You're nodding your head. You're the lieutenant governor of Texas. I'm sure you're behind the governor. It just seems a little bit harsh to people who may be outside the state of Texas. You're shaking your head. It's not the case. Make your case, sir.
Well, as president of the Senate, as lieutenant governor, I'm president of the Senate. On February 8th, we passed out Senate Bill 4, the strongest anti-sanctuary city bill in the nation. And I hope it gets to the governor's desk and he signs it. It would fine cities, number one, or counties or local jurisdictions if they don't keep retainers that ICE asks for on criminals that are here illegally. It could be a fine of $25,000 a day per person they release. But beyond that, if we find activity where someone that's been released, like by the sheriff here where I sit in Austin in Travis County today, Sally Sanctuary City Hernandez, that's how she campaigned. She's been letting criminals out. If one of those criminals commits a crime, that local district attorney could prosecute her and put her in jail. Basically, Senate Bill 7 removes sovereign immunity from a state or a citizen being able to sue the government. Let me give you some stats real quick, Stuart. You're a numbers guy. From 2011 until January of this year, in Texas alone, just Texas, we put into jail over 212,000 criminal aliens. About two-thirds of those were here illegally. We charged them with over 566,000 crimes, 1,100 murders, over 6,000 sexual assaults, nearly 500 kidnappings, 67,000 drug offenses, and other crimes. This is serious business, Stuart, and when any city mayor like Rahm Emanuel or anywhere in the country, or de Blasio in New York, if they were mayors in Texas, our bill would put them in jail if anyone they release commits a crime, or could put them in jail. The DA could prosecute them. This is serious business. Every sheriff in the country will tell you they're a border sheriff because they're all dealing with these issues.
And you're tough guys. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, great state of Texas. Thanks for joining us. Obliged to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.